Hey guys, so iOS 17 is now officially available for everyone to download. Now in this video, I wanted to share with you guys the first things you need to do on your iPhone right after you update to the latest iOS 17. So let's go ahead and dive right into this video. So the first thing you need to do is right after you update to iOS 17, jump right back into the settings application. Then you want to go into general and then you want to go into the about section. Now if there's any carrier updates available for you, not everyone will get a carrier update, but if you do, it will populate in the center of your screen right after you click on the about section after you update to iOS 17. Of course, you want to make sure you update your carrier settings for better network compatibility and performance, call quality, and all that good stuff so that everything is working great with iOS 17. Now, one thing I also recommend you do is you want to jump into the App Store here, and then you want to click into your avatar right there on the top right, and then you want to swipe down and refresh this page here, and this will give you the latest updates for your third-party applications. Of course, this is going to be extremely important for your third-party applications to be fully compatible with iOS 17. Even if you have automatic app updates enabled, you want to do this. Sometimes those automatic updates do take some time to trigger, so if you want the latest updates quicker, this is how you do that. That way your third-party applications are working as intended. Oftentimes developers do push updates exactly after Apple releases the new updates for the iPhone. So just make sure you check for app updates. Now, there's also a new update for the HomePods. HomePod OS 17 is available for the HomePod. So if you do have a HomePod, you want to jump into the Home application. You want to click on the three dots here on the top right there. Then you want to go into the Home settings here and scroll down to Software Updates. Click into this, and this will refresh, as you can see right there, and you will have a new update for the HomePods. Make sure you update your HomePods, of course, for better performance and compatibility with your iPhone running the latest iOS 17. Now, one thing I also recommend you do is make sure you update your AirPods. AirPods have new features. I do have an entire video on the latest new features coming to AirPods with AirPods firmware update 6.0, which was released as well. You want to go into settings here, make sure that your AirPods are paired to your iPhone, and if they are, all you have to do is connect your AirPods to a power source and your iPhone and make sure that they're sitting next to each other for about 30 minutes untouched. Come back 30 minutes later and your AirPods should have update to the latest 6.0 firmware update with some of the latest new features for AirPods as well. Now, before we continue, I wanted to share a quick word from our sponsors, Ugreen, and their brand new Ugreen Nexode RG Chargers. These have got to be the coolest looking chargers I've ever tried, and I'm loving using these chargers right now. They have the 30 watt, as you can see here, and they also have a 65 watt available. Of course, all the links will be in the description. I love these chargers. They have a lot of character and personality, as you can see right there. You have your charging status with the interface, charge complete, standby, and of course the power, which is 2 USB-C, 1 USB-A. This little thing right here can actually charge a 13-inch MacBook Air to about 70% in about 60 minutes, which is kind of crazy. So let's take a look at the actual chargers themselves. Presentation is awesome. I love the way they look. Of course, these are going to be super portable. You can take them with you. 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. As you can see right there, you can remove the feet just like so, plug it into the wall, and you'll get that super cool looking interface that we talked about. So here is the 30 watt. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. There it is. So look at the interface. I think these are so cool. I think you guys are going to really love these chargers. Again, all the links will be in the description. This one is perfect to take with you anywhere as it's super light, portable. You can charge your iPhone, as you can see right there, and they look extremely awesome. So check out Ugreen's Nexode RG. Of course, all the links will be available in the description for you guys. Thank you to Ugreen for sponsoring today's video. Now, one of the first things you should do right after you update to iOS 17 is go into the Contacts application, because right here we have what's called a brand new contact poster. Now, you click on your name, of course, and right here you can click on edit, and you have the option to edit your photo and contact poster. So we can customize those contact posters or photos. So let's click on poster here. You have the ability to add your emoji, of course. You can change the font size, the width of the font as well, the color, as you can see right there. You have options available down here for different colors for the font. We also, of course, have different colors available for the background right here. You can change that color to whatever it is that you would like. They look really cool, and this is what everyone will see when you call them, or when they call you, you'll see theirs, and you can go ahead and customize this with, again, emojis. You can use different options available here for photos, and you can use depth effect and things like that. So once you click done, this will be your contact poster, and this is what everyone will see when you call them. And even in messages, you have the option to select the actual character right there, the memoji character, in order to add that to your contact poster and information. So yeah, really cool option, contact poster. You can add so many different colors and variations and fonts and things like that, and I think you want to customize that first. So of course, you can use that brand new feature in iOS 17. Now, another thing you should do right after you update is enable live voicemail. Now, this is a brand new feature in iOS 17, and this allows you to see a live transcript of a person leaving a voicemail. So you can decide whether you want to pick up the call or not. Now, this does shorten the time that the phone rings. So instead of ringing, I don't know, what is it, 8 times, it'll ring 5 times to give the live voicemail option to trigger. So basically what we used to have back in the day, where if someone was leaving you a voicemail, you can hear them as they leave the voicemail live, but this is a live transcript on your iPhone of someone leaving a voicemail. That way you can decide whether to pick up the call or not, depending on what they're saying, right? So you can go into settings here, and you can go into the phone extension in iOS 17, and right below here you have the live voicemail option. You can enable the feature. Again, this will give you a live transcript of someone leaving a voicemail. Super awesome feature in iOS 17. I really love this feature. Now, another feature you should look into right after you update to iOS 17 is some of the new AirDrop capabilities. So now you can actually hold 2 iPhones next to each other, just like so, to share contact information. Rather it's your phone number, your email, you can actually share it by holding 2 iPhones next to each other. Now, this also works with photos and videos. So if you want to share a photo, so let's say I want to share this image over with this iPhone, all I have to do is select the image and then hold 2 iPhones next to each other while clicking on AirDrop, and this will send the image over to the other iPhone, just like so. In a couple of seconds, you'll see this image transfer over by holding these iPhones next to each other. Now, you can also disable this, by the way, if you don't like this new capability. You can go into settings here, you can go into general, go into AirDrop options, and bring devices together. You can turn that off. That way you won't have the ability to bring them together in order to share data. But of course, this is one of the new features. So if you don't typically have multiple iPhones next to each other like I do for videos, then this could be a cool option to share your contact information or videos or photos with friends and family members when you're all together, right? This is a super cool feature. And last but not least, one of the coolest features coming to the iPhone with iOS 17 is standby mode. Now, if you already updated to iOS 17, standby mode is enabled when you put your iPhone to charge on a nightstand or something like that. As you can see right here, you can customize it from having the weather. You can set the weather. You can set things like reminders, the calendar. You also, of course, have the option to set music. This is probably one of my favorite features in iOS 17. So if I go here and I set, let's say, for example, just the weather, I can do the weather just like that. And on the other side, I can do something like the clock or the calendar or the battery percentage. And every time when you go to bed at night, this will show the display options that you've selected. Now, you can also swipe to the right to display your photos, so sort of like a digital photo frame. And you also have a third option just for the time and the date, where you can further customize it. And this works on every single iPhone, by the way, so you can further customize it with different colors. And you also have a multicolor option, which I love, just like that. You can go ahead and set this options available on your iPhone right now with standby mode, which is, in my opinion, one of my favorite new features on the iPhone. And of course, you can further customize the standby mode option by going into settings here. If we go into standby right here, standby allows you to select several options here. So night mode option is available for the iPhone 14 Pro and newer. So you have those additional options there for night mode. And then you have show notification and standby mode, which you can enable or disable altogether. And that about brings it into this video, guys. These are some of the first things you should definitely look into right after you update to iOS 17. I hope you're enjoying the update. Let me know your thoughts on iOS 17 so far. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.